in the quiet moments when the world slows down and your thoughts drift to her, the one who once lit up your days but now leaves an emptiness that echoes louder than words. You feel it. That sharp, unrelenting sting of not being valued, of pouring your heart into someone who treats your efforts like background noise. It's a pain that cuts deeper than rejection alone, because it whispers doubts about your worth, your strength, your very place in this chaotic world. But what if this pain, this moment that feels like rock bottom, is actually the wake-up call you've been waiting for? Welcome to a journey through Stoic wisdom, where we uncover the truth that hurts a woman the most when she doesn't value you, not because of her, but because of the unbreakable power you reclaim when you finally see yourself clearly. Imagine waking up to the realization that your energy, your time, your quiet sacrifices have been met with indifference. You've been the steady rock, the one who shows up without fanfare, only to watch her attention wander elsewhere. It's relatable, isn't it? That late-night scroll through old messages, replaying moments where you thought connection was mutual, only to feel the weight of one-sided investment. Stoicism doesn't sugarcoat this. It confronts it head-on. The ancient philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus knew that external validation is fleeting, a trap that leaves even the strongest among us questioning their path. But here's where the power begins. This hurt isn't a sign of weakness. It's fuel. It's the signal that you've been giving away pieces of yourself to someone who never truly saw their value. And in the next few minutes, we're diving deep into why this stings so profoundly for her, and more importantly, how it transforms you into a man of unshakable resolve. Stick with me, because what comes next might just shift how you see every relationship in your life. Here's a short pause in the story. Imagine standing at the edge of a decision, heart pounding, knowing that one choice could either keep you chained to that pain or propel you into a version of yourself she'll never forget. But we'll get there. For now, breathe and let's keep unraveling this together. This pain hits hardest because it exposes the illusion of control we cling to in love. You've built routines around her smiles, adjusted your ambitions to fit her world, only to discover your presence was optional. Psychologically, humans are wired for reciprocity, mirror neurons firing in sync during genuine bonds. When that's absent, it triggers a primal rejection response, flooding you with cortisol, doubt, and that heavy ache in your chest. It's not just sadness, it's the brain mourning a future that never materialized. Women feel this too, but differently. When she doesn't value you, it gnaws at her subconscious because deep down she senses the quiet strength she's discarding. Stoics teach us that virtue, wisdom, courage, justice, temperance is the only true good. Your value isn't in her approval, it's in how you respond when stripped of it. Think back to a time when you gave everything, planning surprises, listening through her storms, holding space without demanding the same, and still texts went unanswered. Plans faded, and you were left wondering where you went wrong. This is relatable for so many. The provider who comes home exhausted, the dreamer supporting her goals while his sit on the shelf, the loyal partner watching emotional distance grow. It hurts because it challenges your identity. Society tells men to be stoic providers, yet when that stoicism meets indifference, it feels like failure. But stoicism flips the script. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This moment of not being valued, it's your arena. It's where you forge mental armor no one can pierce. Curious yet? What if the very traits she overlooks, your discipline, your quiet integrity, are the ones that will draw someone who truly sees you? Or perhaps more powerfully, they'll make you indifferent to needing anyone to complete you. Let's explore the layers. First, understand her side without bitterness. When a woman doesn't value a man of substance, it often stems from her own unresolved chaos, past wounds, fleeting distractions, or an inability to recognize depth amid surface-level noise. Social media amplifies this, flooding feeds with instant gratification, making steady commitment seem boring. She might chase excitement, mistaking drama for passion, while your calm presence feels too safe, too real. It hurts her most because later weeks, months, years down the line, when life's unpredictability hits, she'll remember the man who didn't waver, the one who offered stability without games. That realization stings like regret because it highlights what she lost, a partner grounded in principle. Psychologically, this taps into loss aversion. People hate losing more than they love gaining. For her, undervaluing you creates a future echo of what if, a cognitive dissonance that lingers. You, on the other hand, can use this as training. Stoic practice demands daily reflection, journaling what's in your control, your effort, your mindset, your growth, not her feelings. Imagine reframing the hurt. Every ignored message becomes a lesson in detachment. Every canceled plan, a reminder to invest in your own mission. This builds resilience. Studies on emotional regulation show that acceptance of pain reduces its intensity over time. You don't suppress the ache, you observe it, learn from it, and move with purpose. Let me paint a realistic picture. You're in your 30s, career stable but not flashy, heart invested in building something lasting. She's vibrant, drawn to your reliability at first, but soon the spark fades as novelty pulls her toward uncertainty. You feel invisible. Nights blur into self-doubt. Am I enough? Did I miss signs? This is where curiosity keeps us hooked. What hidden Stoic tool turns this despair into dominance? It's amor fati, love of fate. Embrace the hurt as necessary. It strips away illusions, revealing that true power lies in self-mastery. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations about viewing obstacles as opportunities. Your obstacle is her indifference. Use it to audit your life. Are you living aligned with your values or performing for applause that never comes? As the speech builds, notice how this mirrors your own experiences. The friend who ghosted after years of support. The relationship where your growth was sidelined for hers. It's universal because humans crave significance. When denied, it wounds the ego. But Stoicism teaches eudaimonia, flourishing through virtue, not validation. You start small, morning routines that fortify your mind, cold showers for discipline, reading philosophy for perspective, physical training to channel frustration into strength. These compound. Soon her lack of value feels distant, irrelevant. You become the man who walks taller, not because she noticed, but because you do. Diving deeper, let's talk emotional alchemy. Pain from unvalued love triggers grief stages. Denial, anger, bargaining. You might bargain. If I change this, she'll see me. Anger follows. She's ungrateful. But Stoics bypass this cycle through premeditatio malorum, anticipating adversity. Visualize the worst. She leaves. Attention shifts elsewhere. Prepare mentally. When it happens, you're not shattered. You're ready. This psychological prep creates anti-fragility, growing stronger from stress. Relatable? Absolutely. Countless men have rebuilt empires post-heartbreak. Athletes channeling rejection into records, entrepreneurs turning solitude into innovation, fathers becoming present for their kids after romantic fallout. What hurts her most is the mirror you hold up. Your consistency exposes her inconsistency. Your depth highlights superficial pursuits. In quiet moments, she'll confront that she let go of someone who challenged her to be better, not comfortably complacent. Curiosity builds here. Will she return? Sometimes yes, testing waters. But by then, your transformed self, calm, purposeful, detached, renders the dynamic powerless. You respond with kindness, not neediness. This is Stoic justice, treating others fairly without self-betrayal. Let's expand on practical application. Start with the dichotomy of control. List what's yours: your words, actions, reactions; hers, emotions, choices, timeline. Obsessing over the latter drains you. Instead, cultivate indifference, not coldness, but freedom. Read Seneca on anger. It's a temporary madness. Channel it into creation. Write your goals. Lift heavier. Network bolder. Real stories abound. The executive who, after divorce, founded a company. The artist who poured heartbreak into masterpieces. These aren't fairy tales. They're patterns of men who refuse to let undervaluation define them. Psychologically impactful is the concept of hedonic adaptation. We adjust to good or bad, but intentional mindset shifts accelerate positive change. When she doesn't value you, it's a gift in disguise, forcing reevaluation. Are your standards too low? Have you neglected brotherhood, hobbies, self-education? Rebuild. Join communities aligned with growth. Practice gratitude for lessons learned. This curiosity sustains. What untapped potential emerges from this pain? For many, it's clarity on boundaries. No more overgiving. Value yourself first, and watch dynamics shift naturally, hours into this reflection. Because true change demands time. Patterns emerge. Early relationships taught fleeting lessons. This one demands mastery. Visualize future you. Confident, selective, radiating quiet power. Women who value substance will gravitate. Those who don't fade. That's the ultimate reversal. Her not valuing you hurts her most because it costs her a rare connection in a world of noise. For you, it's liberation. Continuing this thread, consider the long game. Stoicism isn't passive, it's active engagement with life. Exercise temperance in emotions. Feel them fully, then release. Courage to walk away if needed. Wisdom to discern character early. In relatable terms, That first date where red flags appeared but hope blinded you. Hindsight sharpens with Stoic lenses. Journal nightly. What did I control today? What virtue did I practice? Over months, this rewires neural pathways, reducing reactivity. The cliffhanger earlier hinted at a pivotal choice. Here it unfolds. The moment you decide your worth isn't negotiable. Picture confronting the pain directly, not with confrontation, but internal victory. You message less, pursue passions more. Energy redirects. Friends notice the glow-up. Opportunities multiply. She senses the shift, perhaps reaches out, but you're no longer waiting. This detachment, it's magnetic. Psychologically, scarcity and self-focus trigger respect. But it's not manipulation, it's authenticity. Layer upon layer, the script reveals more. Explore attachment theory. Anxious or avoidant styles amplify hurt when value isn't reciprocated. Stoicism offers secure attachment to self. You become your own anchor. Realistic scenarios, post-breakup gym transformation stories, career pivots fueled by loneliness, creative outlets born from silence. Each builds relatability. Viewers nod along, that's me. Curiosity peaks. What's the one Stoic exercise that changes everything? It's the view from above. Imagine your life as a speck in cosmic time. Her indifference, a blip. Your response, eternal in its ripple. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself of impermanence. This too shall pass. Use the time wisely. Build legacy, skills, health, impact. When she sees you thriving, not for show, but genuinely, she feels the weight of her choice. That's the deepest hurt, knowing she undervalued excellence. Expanding further, integrate modern psychology with ancient wisdom. Cognitive behavioral techniques echo Stoic reframing. Challenge thoughts like, I'm unlovable, with evidence of your strengths. Mindfulness mirrors present focus. The hurt lives in memory or projection. Now is neutral. Relatable struggles include work-life imbalance where relationships suffer, or cultural pressures on masculinity that discourage vulnerability until it boils over. Stoicism validates feeling it all, then transcending. Curious threads weave throughout. How do successful men handle this? They don't chase closure, they create momentum. Examples from history: leaders who lost loves yet led nations. Personal growth arcs where rock bottom birthed breakthroughs. As minutes tick in the voiceover, listeners stay glued, wondering about their own next step. Deepen the narrative. The internal dialogue shifts from why me to thank you for the lesson. Forgiveness isn't for her, it's for your peace. Not forgetting, but releasing the hold. This psychological freedom unlocks creativity, better decisions, deeper connections later. Women who value you will match energy because you model it. No more pedestals, equality and respect, or none. Paragraph after paragraph. The empowerment builds. Daily practices. Stoic affirmations. I am enough as I am. Exposure to discomfort. Solo travels. Public speaking to prove resilient. Community. Mentorship. Accountability groups. All realistic, actionable. The hurt evolves from wound to wisdom. She doesn't value you? Her loss compounds as your value multiplies internally. Hours of content could unfold this way, but the core remains. This pain is universal, yet conquerable. It tests character, reveals priorities, forges legends. By embracing Stoic principles, you don't just survive, you dominate your inner world, making external chaos irrelevant. As we near the close, reflect on the journey. From that initial hook of shared pain to layered insights on control, virtue, and growth, you've been equipped. The woman who didn't value you feels the sting most profoundly in her regrets, her comparisons, her unfulfilled potential alongside a man of depth. For you, it's the catalyst to unbreakable self-worth.